Hi everyone, let's read Trip to London from Peppa Pig.
Peppa Pig, Trip to London. Peppa and her playgroup are visiting London for the day. Let's go visit my friend the Queen, says Miss Rabbit. The Queen lives in a palace. Miss Rabbit presses the buzzer by the front gate. Who's there? Asks the Queen. It's me, Miss Rabbit, says Miss Rabbit. The Queen invites the playgroup on a tour of London. Peppa and her friends climb onto a double-decker bus. The Queen will drive the bus. Look, there's Big Ben, says the Queen. When the bell rings 3 times, that means it is 3 o'clock. The Queen wants to drive the bus across Tower Bridge, but she will have to wait while a tall ship passes through. Oh no! The bridge is stuck open. How will the bus get across the bridge? The Queen drives as fast as she can and soars over the river. Whee! They made it! Hooray! The Queen is good at driving buses. Are you enjoying your tour? Asks the Queen. Yes, say the children. Oh dear, it is starting to rain, says Miss Rabbit. The children pop open their colourful umbrellas. The next stop on the tour is Trafalgar Square. There are statues and fountains and lots of puddles. Let's all jump in the puddles, says Peppa. Everyone loves jumping in puddles, even the Queen.
Hi everyone, we have a new book to read today, and it's from Peppa Pig, Tiny Land.
Peppa Pig, Tiny Land. Mummy Pig and Daddy Pig are taking Peppa, George and Susie Sheep to visit Tiny Land. Stop, yells Mr. Bull. We're digging up the road. After a while, the construction crew moves to let the car through. They finally arrive. Welcome to Tiny Land, says Miss Rabbit. Ooh. These are exact copies of real famous buildings, just a little bit smaller. Here's Big Ben, next to the Eiffel Tower, explains Miss Rabbit. They aren't next to each other in real life. On the other side of some tiny mountains, Peppa sees tiny boats on a tiny lake. Look at the tiny little boats, says Peppa. And there's even a tiny Miss Rabbit, says Peppa. The tiny Miss Rabbit speaks into a tiny megaphone. Boats, boats, says tiny Miss Rabbit. dinosaurs, says Miss Rabbit. Do you see the Tyrannosaurus Rex?
Dinosaur. All aboard.
Calls tiny Miss Rabbit from the engine of a tiny train. Peppa, George, and Susie follow the train as it chugs away. This is just like where we live, says Peppa. There are houses and trains and planes and cars. It's a busy world, replies Miss Rabbit. Suddenly, everything screeches to a halt.
Stop.
Yells a tiny Mr. Bull. The construction crew stops the traffic in Tinyland just like in the real world.
That is such a fun story.